Ahoy, fellow travelers! Welcome back to our channel. Today we're taking a short yet profoundly meaningful journey from the stunning city of Prague to the historic town of Terezín. This trip is not just about exploring beautiful landscapes, but also about connecting with a poignant chapter of history. So let's get started. The journey to Terezín takes about an hour, giving us plenty of time to take in the beautiful landscape that surrounds this region. It's hard to believe that such a peaceful area could hold such a significant and somber past. We've just arrived in Terezín, a town that was originally built as a fortress in the late 1700s. However, its history took a darker turn during World War II when it became the site of a Jewish ghetto and concentration camp. Today, Terezín serves as a memorial honoring the memories of those who suffered here. Our first stop is a small fortress. During the war, this fortress was used as a Gestapo prison. Walking through these corridors, it's easy to feel the weight of history. The cells, the courtyards, every corner of this place tells a story of hardship and resilience.
There is a boiler, and boiler produced steam because for disinfections was used just the steam.
Or this is
These tunnels were originally built as part of the fortress's defense architecture. They were designed to allow troops to move safely and discreetly between different parts of the fortress during an attack. However, during World War II, the Nazis used these tunnels to move prisoners between areas of the fortress. One of the tunnels led to an execution area where many prisoners were shot. This part of the tunnel is particularly haunting as it was the last path many prisoners walked before their deaths. The tunnel's atmosphere is very heavy with the weight of its history, and it serves as a stark reminder of the brutalities that occurred there. Now we are entering the officers' quarters. The Nazi officers lived in a separate, more luxurious section of the fortress. Their quarters included more comfortable living arrangements, gardens, and recreational facilities, which were used by the Nazi leadership who were stationed at Terezín. One of the most notable features of this area was a swimming pool, which was used by the Nazi officers and their families. The presence of such a recreational facility within the fortress highlights the extreme contrast between the lives of the prisoners and those of the Nazi leaders.
We can go back here.
And those are actual records too.
Museum und dann habt ihr den Film und dann könnt ihr auch das Museum alleine besichtigen. Also wir werden uns.
Now let's head over to the Terezín Ghetto Museum. Unlike other concentration camps, Terezín was also used by the Nazis for propaganda purposes. It was presented as a model Jewish settlement to deceive the outside world, particularly the Red Cross, about the true nature of the final solution. In reality, it was a place of suffering, overcrowding, disease, and death. The Terezín Ghetto Museum provides an in-depth look at the lives of the tens of thousands of Jews who were imprisoned in the ghetto. Exhibits including personal artifacts, photographs, documents, drawings, and writings created by the prisoners, including many children.
Was built as a main military fortress due to back then military strategic all the streets on the road. Yeah, so the house.
As we stand here outside the crematorium at Terezín, we find ourselves at one of the most solemn and haunting locations within this complex. This building played a tragic role during the darkest days of World War II. This crematorium was built in 1942 to cope with the increasing number of deaths within Terezín Ghetto. Overcrowding, starvation, disease, and the inhumane conditions led to an alarming death toll, which the Nazi authorities sought to manage through this facility. Inside these walls, over 30,000 bodies were cremated. The furnaces you see here were in constant use, burning the remains of men, women, and children who had perished in the ghetto. Each of these furnaces represents countless lives cut short by cruelty and neglect. This room adjacent to the furnaces served as an autopsy room. Here, bodies were examined not for compassionate reasons, but often for sinister purposes such as medical experiments or to determine causes of death that could be documented in Nazi records. We hope you've enjoyed our video. Don't forget to check out our Prague travel video, which I will link here. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our adventures, both near and far.